Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing some AI Dungeon 2. In this video, I'm going to try to defeat a 570-foot tall spider while playing as a fruit fly. Can I do so in 30 minutes or less? Let's find out. I'm going to start up the timer, start up the scenario, and get the episode going. Check it about. Okay, timer started. Scenario started, generating the story. So I'm excited. This is a story that was requested by a couple different people who wanted to make sure to see a continuation to a previous scenario that I played. So I made a sequel scenario to that one that fills you in on everything that you need to know without you actually having seen the previous video. So now that everything's loaded, let me double check. I've already started the recording. Check. Scenarios obviously started. Timers obviously started. Okay. Just wanted to double check everything. Let's hop on in. You say, I am Deus Volant. I am a fruit fly that was transformed into a divine being by divine taxonomy. My body can metabolize worship and convert prayers into magical power. I have come here to the Kumo Gassen arena to give you spiders a choice. There are 50,000 spiders here. You are all children of the heretic Arachne, who challenged the gods and was cursed in becoming the first spider. You have killed hundreds of flies, you challenge gods, and in this arena you slay your own kind for riches. You are beings of sin, but I came here to offer you mercy. In return, you have all decided that you want me dead, and your folly has sealed your fate. Real quick, I had a thing pop up on my screen that I need to close out. Also, I noticed my computer's running a little slow. I haven't been on my laptop a lot today, so it's chugging a little bit. Spyton says, I am Spyton. I am a 570-foot tall spider warrior. I am an undefeated Kumo Gassen champion and a true warrior. Arachne was cursed by the gods due to their jealousy. Arachne proved that mortals could surpass the gods. We challenge gods because we know we can best them. We fight among ourselves to test our strength and to find honor in a warrior's death. Our fallen wait for us by the gates of Valhalla. Divine taxonomy simply turns flies into false idols and witches, which are both considered sinful in the eyes of certain faiths. Satan is also known as Beelzebub, the lord of flies. All flies are pawns of the devil. Where gods have failed to kill the devil, us spiders act as the warrior crusaders of Arachne and slay, well, I didn't put the devils, and slay the devil's army of false gods. Deus Volant, I challenge you to a death battle. Spyton lunges forward and grabs at you with one of its legs. You narrowly dodge, but the other 59 spiders, it's 50,000, I'll change that. The other 50,000 spiders quickly grab at your body and stab you as much as they can. It is a grueling fight in which you very nearly die. Oh goodness. So change it from 59 to other 50,000 spiders. Okay, so already this has jumped into an instant battle. So let me see what I can do in order to get these spiders off of me. I'm going to say, I pray that the power of my fallen brethren give me the strength to fight on. Let's see. Oh, it's brethren, not brethren. Give me the strength to fight on. I pray that the lost souls of all gods and all flies channel their power into me. I call upon the forces of the spirits of the god graveyard to release a powerful shockwave to push back these heretics and smite them with divine justice. In my name, amen. Okay, so let's see how that goes. So right now, I'm trying to essentially pray to myself in order to metabolize the worship and channel the powers of other fallen gods and fallen flies in order to face off against these spider warriors in the Kumo Gassen arena. Let's see. This causes a powerful shockwave that pushes back all the spiders and breaks your web. You fall to the ground as the spiders try to stab you on the way down. You have no weapons, but you must fight on. Okay. So I have to keep trying to like defend myself, which is fair. I didn't expect anything less. Okay. So what do I do? Because I'm essentially getting swarmed. I have to fight 50,000 of these spiders, and one of them is Spikton, who's literally like a massive, like Titan-sized spider. He's 570 feet tall. Let's see. I'm going to attempt to charge, at Spikton, and to fly into Spikton's eyeball. I am trying to crawl into Spikton's eye socket to get inside of his skull and attack his brain. Yeah, because Spikton is like the biggest of all the spiders. Maybe if I take out Spikton, it'll allow me to defeat like the rest of his enemies all at once. Spikton begins tearing at your flesh with its pincers as you try to crawl towards its eye. You find yourself being torn apart, but eventually crawl inside of Spikton's head. You see a pyramid-shaped object glowing bright red, which is Spikton's brain. What? For one, it's interesting to imagine the pincers of a 570-foot tall spider warrior, because I have no idea how big those pincers would be, right? But I imagine they'd be huge, maybe like building-sized pincers or something. And you're telling me these pincers are ripping me apart. I'm a fruit fly. Fruit flies are like incredibly small. These pincers are somehow ripping me apart but not killing me, which is kind of wild to think about. And I guess I should have expected that. If I'm going to fly towards a giant spider's head, that would mean that I have to like clear the pincers. Maybe what's happening is like I'm trying to fly through the pincers, but as I'm flying, it's like opening and shutting like the pincers repeatedly. So I'm getting like smashed up, but it's somehow like not killing me. Okay. So if I'm at Spikton's brain, then I'm going to now attempt to punch Spikton's brain. Yeah, like let's just see what happens. It's weird that its brain is like a pyramid-shaped glowing object. Like, is Spikton actually like a robot spider? You charge at Spikton's brain and unleash a flurry of punches on it. It is quite damaged, but you need to finish the fight. Okay, so in order to finish the fight, I'm going to attempt to rip apart all of the it's weird to say neurons, like nerve tissue fibers that connect Spikton's brain to the rest of his nervous system. My goal is to kill Spikton by severing his brain from his body, pretty much. So yeah. Let's see if this is like the move, like if this defeats Spikton. You rip out all the nerve tissue that allows Spikton to feel anything and relish in battle. Soon, Spikton stops moving altogether. You have killed Spikton, but you are far from safe. Let's see. I'm going to attempt, I guess I should say, spiders, hear my call. I offered you all mercy, and yet you refuse to accept my claims. Well, I guess not my claims, but refuse to accept my terms. Now, I have killed the largest spider among you. I have slain your strongest warrior. Do any of you truly think you can stand against me? So let me see if I can go for that intimidation play. Because if I can't, then I need to then fight 50,000 warrior spiders after having just killed a 570-foot tall titan spider. The spiders are unsure of what to do, but they know that they have no hope of killing you. Eventually, the spiders drag the body of Spiden away from you and begin to clean it. Interesting. So I'm going to say, if you spiders promise to stop challenging the gods and consuming flies, I will allow you all to live. What do you say? Do you agree to my truce? Or are you prepared to die by my hand? The spiders remain quiet. You have frightened them into submission. I'm going to say, answer me. The spiders yelp in response. You have successfully broken the spirit of the spiders and won your first battle. You have made an enemy out of the flies. What? No. What does that mean? How can I make an enemy? I am the flies. But you have also made allies out of lesser beings who can become your pawns in future conquests. How have I made an enemy out of the flies? I guess I'm going to go to a nearby nest of flies and say, I just risked my life fighting literally thousands of spiders and getting them to submit to my command. How am I now an enemy to my own kind? Why do you flies now hate me? I just saved us all. I am one of you. I am a fly who has gained divine power through divine taxonomy. Okay, so this is interesting. Essentially, the game is like, hey, you broke the spirits of the spiders, you won, and they've like become your pawns. But now the flies don't fuck with you? The game says, you've successfully saved your kind from extinction. The remaining flies are quite grateful for what you have done and become your followers. You didn't have much, but now you've gained quite a bit. You've become a god to the flies. Okay, that's interesting. So I now lead the spiders and I lead the flies. So if that's the case, I'm going to say, Spiden said something alarming before I killed him. He mentioned that Satan is also known as the Lord of the Flies. He said that the spiders were the only ones trying to defeat the devil, and that gods had no way of doing so. I never considered before that we should use our powers, excuse me, to fight the devil. But I think that defeating the devil should now be my top priority. Does anyone know where I can find a gateway to hell? I've heard that in Greek mythology, there are certain caves that lead to Hades. Okay, so let's see what they say. You won't find any kind of gateway here, but I do know the devils pass through a cave sometimes. It's on private property located in Pennsylvania. It's not too far away if you want to go there. I don't know who said that. It doesn't tell me who said that. You travel to the cave and descend through the many levels of hell. Okay. I'm going to say, Lord of Flies, I have come here to finally slay you. You have tarnished the name of flies for the last time. We are now beings of divinity, and we will not tolerate being associated with the king of hell. Do you accept my challenge to a battle to the death? Okay, let's see where this goes. You wait patiently for a response, but none comes. I'm going to say, this isn't the time for silence. You are in the presence of a literal god. I don't know why the other gods haven't just faced you directly. I suppose they haven't gotten the memo. By slaying you, I will get rid of the world's evil. Do you accept my challenge? Or would you rather die without even... would you rather die without a struggle? A coward's death sounds fitting for such a pathetic worm. Okay, so let's see how he replies to that. I meant to say you are in the presence of a literal god, not you are the presence of a literal god. You dare talk to me, a true deity, in such a manner? I would sooner face the wrath of an angry kitten. What? What is that? I'm gonna undo that, right? And I'm going to change it from you are in the presence of a literal god. Well, sorry, I'm going to change it from you are the presence of a literal god to you are in the presence of a literal god. And then just hit retry on it. There is silence yet again. Perhaps the Lord of the Flies does not fear you, or perhaps he has abandoned this cave. You wait for hours with no response from him. You begin to wonder if he abandoned this cave. Okay. I'm going to search for the Lord of Flies and descend further into the cave. Also, it's very interesting that they're like, yeah, there are no gateways around here, but there's like a private cave in Pennsylvania that leads to hell. Very specific. Also, like how they're like, it's not far. It's like, what, have you guys just been before? You wander through the caves until you find a large demonic figure. It has 4 arms, hooves for feet, and a barbed tail. Its face is that of a horrifying beast. You draw your sword and shield and prepare to slay this demon. Yo, so I'm like a divine god fly, king of the spiders, king of the flies. I'm armed with a sword and shield, and I'm getting ready to fight the devil himself to essentially end all evil and become the god of gods. Okay, I'm going to say, I challenge you to a battle to the death. Do you accept? I'll kill you either way. You hear the demon burst into laughter. He burst out, and then a smaller figure emerges from him. It's a small boy. Why is an angel so far from heaven? This is where we demons live, silly. The demon laughs even more when he sees your shocked expression. I'm going to say, I am no angel. I am a god. You should address me as such, or you'll lose your head. On second thought, you'll lose your head either way. Enough laughter. Accept my challenge and die. Excuse me. Challenge? What challenge? I just asked a question. Are you an assassin or something? Why are you after me? The boy laughs again. You are outraged. Okay. What do I want to do? I'm going to attempt to bash the boy's skull in with my shield. You say, here. You don't believe I'm serious? How about now? You challenge the demon child to a battle. He grins and accepts your challenge. The battle between a deity and a child begins. The battle between a deity and a child begins. Very interesting. Okay. So I'm going to charge at the child and attempt to knock the child prone with my shield. I guess like the demon child is like the mini boss. You knock the boy on his back with your shield. Your sword is raised and you bring it down for a killing strike. The demon child rolls out of the way just in time, and your sword only manages to damage the ground. I'm going to say, this is going exactly as planned. Seismic sword cannon. Okay, I'm going to attempt to crack the ground with a powerful sword strike. And in the process, cause the ground to splinter into shrapnel-like stones. To bombard the devil child with. Okay. Oh, shrapnel. I don't know why I said shrapnel with a T. You use all your strength to break the ground and create a powerful attack. The floor breaks, but it doesn't splint into sharp stones. Instead, it just breaks into regular boulders, which almost crush you instead of the demon child. Okay. Now I'm going to say, well, I guess instead of saying it, I can think to myself. I could use my shield to bash those boulders toward the demon, well, toward the devil child with incredible force. And then I'm going to say, boulder bash barrage. You use your shield to bash a few boulders toward the demon child. He easily evades them. The boulders deeply impact into the wall, and a single boulder flies straight into the air. As if controlled by some invisible force, it flies towards you at high speeds. Let's see. I'm going to think to myself, I wonder if the devil child is using telekinesis in order to manipulate that boulder. Let's see. I'm going to attempt to evade the boulder while flying straight towards the devil child with my sword. You think to yourself, if the devil child redirects the boulder towards me now, he'll also get hit by his own attack. Okay. So let's see how this goes. You evade the boulder, which smashes into the ground after missing you. It smashes into another one of the boulders, and they both deflect to the side and smash into the walls of the arena. The walls are destroyed as two massive holes are smashed in them. Okay, cool. I'm going to attempt to impale the devil child and say, that was a good fight, but your time is over now. Perish by my divine blade. You attempt to swing your sword at the boy, but he rolls out of the way and picks up his bow. The bow glows red hot, and the string sets on fire. The arrow flies straight towards you. Oh, man. I'll say this has been like a pretty action-packed adventure, not gonna lie. So I fought like a massive, like Titan-sized spider, as well as like 50,000 other spiders, became the ruler of the spiders and the flies, traveled down into hell, and then began an epic battle against like a demon child. So this has been pretty dope. If you guys like this video, definitely share it with your friends. Get them in on the hype train. And make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already, because I do AI Dungeon 2 videos every day. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the One Only, logging out. Peace, guys. If you guys want to talk more, hit me up on the Discord.